Well, we're back on the Rother, trying to winkle out a roach possibly. What a snag's down there. Well, my setup today is an Avon rod. It's about 11 foot. The old trusty aerial centre pin. It's got some floating mono on. I think it's about £10 that, and then we've got a £3 hook length with a 16 hook, Floatex 6 BB, but I've got 5 BB and a number 1 just above the hook length. We're just off the bottom, I think. Keep touching the bottom now and again, but there's not a lot happening yet. I've been here fishing probably 20 minutes or so. There's a lot of snags in this particular swim, but there'll be snags all over because there's been such a lot of floods. So we'll just keep going. Fishing with red flake at the moment. So the target really at this point is roach, I suppose. Possibly a possibility of a chub. But, just a bit of red flake on. This bread is not good. It's been frozen. It's still very cold and I'm struggling to keep it on the hook. Never sure if it's on the hook after the cast, but at least I'm on the river. And that has been some weight. It's either been too high, too cold for me, too windy. Gone with the days when I was fishing anything. Actually, this is the first time I fished. I put this line off the top of the centre pin, which I've never done before. I've never fished with the line coming off the top, but I thought I'd give it a try. I know a lot of people swear by it, so we'll give it a try. So a little bit later on I might go a little bit heavier bottom line and have a little go for probably a barb if there's a chance of a barb on this stretch, but they tend to be just at night, really in the darkness, proper night, so I'm not staying that late. But we'll give it a go. Let's see how we do with that, hopefully, unless the weather really just change. I'm not really ground baiting at all. Not put anything in because my thinking is I'm losing lots of bread off the hook as it goes down, so that'll do. You don't want to overfeed at this time of year, so it's just, there's a bit of a channel towards them bushes. I'm fishing about 6 foot and it shallows off, and there's some snags on the left just above them reeds which I keep hitting. keep bringing twigs back, but there's so much rubbish in here. Shallows off there. Got to remember to back the right way. Never too young to, or too old to learn, should I say. The last minute decision to come and say I haven't gone and got any, and I don't fish very often with maggots. I tend to fish with luncheon meat or pellet worms. But I didn't have a chance to go get any worms from my wormery, which would have been a good move. There's quite a few perch in here, so that would have been a good move to actually get some worms as well. So initial target's just simply trying to beat the blank and then get a roach and then get a big roach and then get a barbel. But to start with, it's getting a fish. Anything will do, even a gudgeon. Just hold it back, I might get over them snags. Well, I'm bringing the changes a little bit. I'm going on to sweet corn. This is my own sweet corn of my allotment. But there's just a few little offerings in, not very much. I know they do catch roach on sweet corn in this river. I haven't had a bite yet. Although on Facebook somebody was saying that they'd fished all day and not had a touch in this river. I don't know if that were bottom or not. Could have been a bite, that. We'll see next time we run down. It was in the same place or not. Sweet corns are not gone. I do love fishing with centre pins. Can be a bit awkward when there's a breeze, controlling the line, but it's so in touch. Just keep stopping it now and again, get the bait to lift. I think it's bottom there. Oh, forgot, it's the wrong way. Keep concentrating on that. I'm going to try something different now. I don't know if it'll keep it on hook or not, but Little shrimp. Got a chance of picking chub, perch, anything to be honest. Let's see how we go. It's getting quite difficult to see the float once it gets out of this sun further down. So about the top 15-20 metres, but once you get down towards that corner, it's getting very difficult to see the float. So I've tried flake, sweet corn, a worm that I found, and I haven't really had a definite bite, well not that I felt a fish anyway. But it's a lovely day for it. It stayed on one cast. See if we can get a bit further out. It's a bit better. I think he's probably got a chance of picking a barb, look, with little shrimp. Maybe not yet, but a bit later on. I have got some proper barbel baits, which I'll put on probably in about another hour when I change tack, and I think I'll go on the bottom. Start to lose sight of it about there. Shallows off on that bend. Still on. I've got some proper shrimping pins designed for salmon fishing, but these are very small. Probably getting kinks in the line. It's twisting. Just something different. Yeah, once it gets in that shadow, I'm struggling to pick the float up. Well, we're still at it. Been talking to a guy who's been piking. He's had an 8-pound pike just further down. I'm all going to bring my pike gear as well, but I didn't fancy messing with 2 rods. It's getting colder, getting cold now at this time. I like this line. This is a floating line from Bank Tackle, which is I think it's an internet company. I don't think they've got any sort of shops or whatever. I think it might even be foreign, but it's all over the internet, and I think it's carp, specialist carp line, but I fancy having a go on it. It's really perfect for trotting, doesn't sink whatsoever, so I'm pleased with that. And I've got used to the line coming off the top. A little bit too much line on this reel, and because I've got lots of backing line, but I didn't realise it, when it don't go on evenly, if it goes on the back of the spool, it slows the reel down. So I need to take some off a little bit, I think. Do a little bit off of that. Just doesn't seem to be anything feeding whatsoever. Haven't really had any obvious bites in places where there's not snagged, which basically the bottom end is a little bit shallow and it's getting dragged under there a little bit, but in the main run here I haven't had a single bite, I haven't had a dip float or well, I'm floating large flavoured pellets down the edge of these roots, these trees. It's a little bit early for barbels to come out, but I'm not stopping much longer, so I've had absolutely nothing on flake or well, everything else I use, to be honest. So I'm trying to get close to them roots, see if I can tempt anything out. I'm right on the bottom, dragging the bottom. I'm probably going to have another half an hour. But it's looking like another blank, which, to be honest, you do expect in mid-January. Well, late January, nearly February. Yes, I can recommend this line for trotting. Bank tackle. There's some weed down there, and I keep getting stuck in the weed. And some twigs. I'm going to end up snagging up. I've already bent one hook on a snag. I had to change the the hook, well, the tray, the old bottom end. Yeah, keep thinking of getting it back, but I think that's just roots. Well, just for the last 20 minutes or so, I'm just laying on in the edge here. It's quite deep in this little edge here. Well over 6 foot. In the hope of a barbel. I'd much prefer to be on the other side, but I think anything, the barb will be hide under them trees, under these roots. But it is possible they could come out and come across. I've got a stinky bait on. So it's been, I've tried very hard. I've tried lots of different ways and lots of different baits, but so far it's a bit disappointing, but I have enjoyed it. I think this is the first time I've ever been here and not seen kingfishers. You know, we get kingfishers up and down every 5 minutes. I haven't seen one today. Yeah, so this river's been in flood virtually all year, virtually all winter, up and down, bank tops, right over into the village at the bottom here. But so it's hardly surprised it's not fishing brilliant. But I've been itching to get out, so that's the main thing. I've been out for time on 4:15, so I've had 5 hours fishing, not to be sniffed at. So yeah, I hope it will be again. It depends on the weather, to be honest, and the rain, and there's some more cold weather and snow forecast, long range, and it's probably a week away, that hopefully. But I'm back at work now, so I don't know when I want to get out or where, but that's the way it should be. Just look for the opportunity and go for it. Well, so I think that'll be it, unless I'm lucky enough to have a screaming run. I'm not going to catch anything but either a chub or a barbel with this bait on. So we'll see you next time on Above Average Angler.